we revised it because we got new information. Then you'd prorate. So prorate for part year. So April, it would have been 9 months to the end of the year. So times 9/12. Okay? Okay. Does this make sense? And so then you go on using 38,280 a year until something else changes. And with IFRS, every year you have to look at these estimations again because you don't want to mislead users. Okay, now we're going to repeat part B, assuming that Indigo uses ASPE instead, and the machinery is originally estimated to have a physical life, so it's just going to crap and die, at 8.5 years, and a salvage value of 0. Then in 2020, it's determined the estimated physical life should have been 11 years, salvage value of 100. Okay, so going back to page 2 again. So page 2, ASPE takes the higher of the higher calculative put of straight line using residual and useful life and salvage value and asset life. Now, the nice thing for us is we've already calculated that first one. So we're good, right? This one is IFRS. Okay, let's go through and do this. So, original depreciation. So let's calculate depreciation to 20. So we've already got a calculation up there for IFRS. Let's do ours and see how we compare. So it equals, well, the cost is the same, 49,400, and ASPE, we've already got a calculation for residual and useful. Now we need one with salvage and asset life. So 49,400 minus the salvage. So I'm using salvage divided by 8.5, which is asset life. And that works out to 5,812 times 5 is 29,060. In real life, if you're just using ASPE, you'd calculate this, then you'd calculate this. And which do we take? Check on page 2. The high. So this is higher than the IFRS one, so use this one. You notice 12 is bigger than 5,800. Okay, great. That's the first step. The second step. Calculate new depreciation expense. And again, it's the same formula. So let's just make this clear. This was salvage and asset life. Now, because we have different numbers than here, we can't use anything up here anymore. We could just use this for the first one. So we're going to calculate the depreciation expense, and new depreciation expense. We're going to use salvage and asset life, or total life, or physical life, any of those words. And let's do that. So we're following the same value, same formula. I don't think I'll have room to write it all down. So just remember, it's the same formula down here. So the book values, 49,400, unless we made an addition or betterment. And this time we take off the 29,060. Now we're going to take the salvage off. Has the salvage changed? Yes, now it's 100. And underneath is going to be, it should have been 11 years. And how many years have gone by? 5. So that's going to equal 3373 per year. Now we're going to calculate new depreciation expense using residual and useful life. Okay, so it's 49,400. We still use this because that's the one we actually used, 29,060. This time we take away the residual, divided by the useful life was switched up in part A to 10 minus 5. So that works out to 3,268 per year. Which one do we use? The higher one. So entry, debit depreciation expense, credit accumulated depreciation for 3,373. Okay. So that is, well, let's keep going because it's already probably cut me off. Let's finish the example. Okay, so we did IFRS, easy, you just do residual and useful life. Here you have to do residual and useful life plus salvage and asset life. Compare, use the higher one. Okay, so now we're going to do D. So repeat part B, assuming Indigo Corp uses double declining balance method of depreciation. So we need to calculate. Now, you could do a whole table. This is still IFRS. Because B is IFRS. Then here's what we're assuming. So we need to calculate first 5 years of depreciation. And the percentage is 2 over the life. So it's 20%. Okay, now you can do a table. And especially because you're final, you guys, you have Excel. So go ahead and do a table if you want. However, I'm going to give all of you guys a little shortcut. And some of you actually have figured out how to do it on your calculator. There's amortization. If you look in your user's manual online, it'll show you how to do that. So, if you take the carrying value at the beginning, so you take 49,400 times it by 1 minus the percent to the number of years. Okay, so it's 1 minus the percent to n equal number of years. And that tells you the carrying value after 5 years is 11723. So that's the carrying or book value. So our new depreciation calculation then is easy. New depreciation calculation is, well, percent. Oh, I didn't write I'll write it up here. You take 2 over the life times the book value. So the new depreciation calculation okay, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to come back in the next video because I think I've got my numbers wrong. I'm just going to check that. Sorry about that, you guys. See you in the next video.